Hesitation is something which results from demotivational factors. As I mentioned before, how is a student demotivated? With lack of praise, with a lot of criticism, or with the body language of the teacher. When I look back at my teachers, I remember their smiling faces and very encouraging gestures. And that is why I think I have been a very successful teacher, because of my teachers. So I believe a lot in this, rather I have a faith in this, that if the body language of the teacher is the one which is encouraging the student always comes up with ideas. He would never hesitate. Whereas on the other hand, if the body language of the teacher is discouraging towards the student to do things, to be in action, then the student would always hesitate to do that. The teacher, as we all know, plays a major role in shaping our personalities and characters. We are all familiar with it. And we know as teachers how important we are for our students. So this hesitation is actually created in the speaker facing the person who is talking to him. So the audience of the speaker is very important, and usually this audience is the teacher. So the hesitation barrier in the student can be only removed by the teacher, because that is the person to whom he is talking to. He is the person who builds up his confidence, who motivates the student to say more, and also provides aids, like for example vocabulary and other information, resources to improve the speaking skills. So it is very important for the teacher to remove hesitation from the students to speak in English. And this hesitation can only be removed by producing the favorable classroom environment for the student to speak, so that there are no barriers for him. He does not feel shy. Another thing has been noticed, that along with feeling shy, the students sometimes feel shame in speaking English. That is very strange, because probably there is an atmosphere in the classroom that speaking English leads to something wrong, and therefore there is a feeling of guilt probably in the classroom, or maybe a feeling of shame that the students are doing something wrong if they are speaking English. So this feeling must be removed in order to remove hesitation amongst the students. It should rather be encouraged that the speaking of English is something good to be done, because it is another language that the learners are learning, and this is going to help them in their future, in their lives to come, where they would be going into the fields to work, and they might be meeting people who would be just speaking English. So this should be taken as a pride, as some achievement, and not a shame or feeling of guilt. The hesitation is a result of feeling guilty, feeling ashamed, or feeling shy. So all these feelings or emotions have to be treated by the teacher like a doctor. Like a doctor, the teacher has to diagnose what is the problem of the student, whether the student is feeling shy about it, and then talk to the student about not feeling shy and feeling very normal and natural about speaking in English. The classroom environment, as I've said in the beginning, needs to be not conscious of the fact that there is something different happening. It is just speaking of English language. It is something normal. It's a conversation only being done in another language. So this type of information and environment in the classroom, and the students' awareness that there is nothing wrong in speaking English and there is nothing wrong in making errors, because it is natural that there would be mistakes when they are speaking in English. So this hesitation has to be removed by the teacher in order to make the students speak in English.